So this problem is going to read, a student earned a 90% on a math test that had 50 questions. How many problems on this test did the student answer incorrectly? Now the key here is right off the bat, it's going to ask us how many did the student answer incorrectly. So at the end we have to think not correct, we have to think incorrect. Well, let's identify a couple key parts to our proportion. So we have part to whole equals percent over 100. That's our percent proportion. So we know percent always goes above 100. And if we look at our problem, notice it gives us the percent, 90%. Well, let's keep looking. It says on a math test that had 50 questions. Now it had a total of 50 questions, meaning a whole of 50. And last but not least, we're trying to find the part. So it's going to say how many problems did the student answer incorrectly. So we're looking for the part. So we're going to set it up as x over the whole, which in this case we said was 50, equals the percent, which is 90, and then over 100. So we have our proportion, and now we're going to cross multiply to solve. So if we're going to cross multiply, it's 90 times 50 equals 100x. When we do 90 times 50, we end up with 4,500 equals 100x. So we have one last step to do. In order to solve for x, we have to divide each side by 100. So when we divide each side by 100, we're going to end up with our value for x. So when we do that, we can actually just cross out these zeros, and we end up with 45 equals x. Now we have to be careful because we do have to think about this problem. So we ended up with 45. We don't want to just jump to conclusions and say that's our answer. This percentage, this 90%, talked about the number of questions the student got correct. So they earned a 90%, meaning they got 90% of the questions correct. So that percentage refers to the number of questions the student got correct. If we want to find the number of questions the student got incorrect, we have one last step to do. We have to do 50 minus 45, which would give us 5. In other words, the student got 5 questions incorrect. So we have to be careful with that wording once incorrect. Now there is another way we can think about this problem. So we actually could use a percent proportion and not have to apply that last step in the yellow. So here's how it would look. We know that the student got 90% of the questions correct. If we want to find out once again incorrect, well, let's think. If they got 90% correct, that means they ended up with 10% that were incorrect. So I could actually set up that right side of my proportion using 10 over 100. Once again, that 10 coming from the fact that they got 10% incorrect. And once again, we can use x to find the partial amount. And once again, the total is 50. So it's similar to that left side. However, the key difference here is now we're using 10 to represent the number of questions the student got incorrect. And if we cross multiply here, we'd end up with x times 100 is 100x. 50 times 10 is 500. Once again, if we divide by 100, we end up with x equals 5. Notice once again, we end up with the same answer. We just don't have to apply that last step. Question 2 is going to read, a store is having a sale, and the item in the store was 20% off the original price. You saved $10 when you used the coupon. How much money was the original price of the basketball? So we want to use a percent equation, and the percent equation is part equals percent times whole. Let's start identifying our key parts to our equation. So we'll look at our percent first. Now notice it's going to give us the percentage, 20% off, so that's what I'm going to plug in for my percent. If we keep reading, it's going to say you saved $10 when you used the coupon. That's not the original price, that's not the total price, it's just the partial amount, part of the price we saved. So we saved $10, that's where the partial amount is going to go. And then we're trying to find out how much the original price, the total, the whole price of this basketball was. So we have each part identified, and now we're going to solve. So we know we saved $10. We know our percentage is 20% off, and we have to be careful when we're plugging in for the percent because I plug it in as a decimal. So it's 20%, but I use a decimal, 0.2, when I'm using my percent equation. And we're trying to find the original price. That's where our x is going to go. So we have 10 equals 0.2x. So last but not least, we're going to solve for x. So in this case, I'm going to divide each side by 0.2. Ten divided by 0.2. Once again, this could be a calculator problem. So if we divide 10 by 0.2, we actually end up with 50 equals x. So that tells us the original price of the basketball was 50.